or managing her, whichever you prefer to put on, but that works best for me. It's 9 o'clock, that clock is slow.
It is.
It is slow. We gotta go. Good morning, Keller Williams Lakeside. Woo! We're gonna start off with square dancing. Excuse me, Peggy, you got a minute? I love the giggle. Okay, so I had a large coffee. Carla just reminded me that I'm supposed to be collecting this agreement quotations John gave you yesterday. So if you can pass them down to the end of your row, I will collect them. Either one. I'll come get it. We're going to be passing documents all the way along. How was Ignite 1 yesterday? It was good? Carla, how many times have you taken Ignite?
This is my second time.
Second time full
I
time.
just started a year ago, and it's really when I jumped in. Like I started in October, but I started really in January with Ignite. I love it.
Good job. So what I would like to do is just take a couple minutes and just everyone to stand up, introduce themselves, and how long you've been with the Market Center. Okay, just so everybody knows who everybody is. So, Mark, you want to start? See you jumping up. Let's do it.
Mark Wellhausen, I started in the real estate industry on Thursday. Welcome.
All right, Charles.
I'm Charles Provenzano. I just started at KWL in the real estate business back in October. So new, just starting to learn. I'm 18, so hoping to make a long career out of this by starting early.
And who's your mentor?
My mentor is my lovely mother. Her name is Carol, and she works here. And I've kind of grown up in the business with her, and so I got a mentor right in my back pocket. So it's nice.
Well, it's great because everybody remembers Charles when he was this little. As I'm bringing him in, they're like, "Oh, we remember when your mom used to bring you in." So it's great. Charles is also attending family reunion this year with us.
Yes.
Right? So we'll be in Dallas, Texas in February, so that'll be great for him. He's also going to school.
Yes.
So he's got a
Also part-time in college. So.
good.
My name is Gina Dinverno, and I've been with Keller Williams Lakeside since August of 2018. This is my, I went through Ignite 1.5 times, and I'm here for the database training, so.
That's good. Welcome. Welcome back. We're ready for you, Paula, or Gina. Her sister Paula also works here. They look alike, so I was getting mixed up. Hey, Greg.
Greg Gagnon, I've been here 2 years.
2 years. How long you been in the business?
Longer than 2 years.
It's
But
great.
you have to learn new things all the time. So that's why I'm here.
Good job. I've been finding a lot of success watching podcasts and different things just to keep learning. It's like, even on my way in, so starting the new year, right, that was one of my things. So I listen to a podcast every morning on coming in. And then I listen for about 8 minutes, and I'm like, I have to have music, so I change it. But it's because you always have to learn. Everything changes on you. All right, Carla.
I've been here just over a year. My name's Carla, and I have taken, I think, every class that's been offered. Sometimes I've been the only one, and I encourage that. Just keep learning.
Keep
And
learning.
you learn from not only the instructors, but each other. So just reach out, network. When I first started, I made myself meet 2 people every time I was here. Like I'd go out of the box and say who I was and meet new people, and it helps. It just helps.
Good job. She's been awesome. Going to meet, and she introduces the staff. She sends the staff, and we get a new staff member. She sends them a card, and they're like, "Look at this Carla. She sent us a card. She's the card queen," and we'll talk about that later on in the session. Mariana.
Hi, I'm Mariana. Mariana, whatever. Marianne, everyone calls me different. I've been in the business about 2 years, not really full time. I've been here at Keller Williams almost 2 years. I love this company, and I'm with the Donna team. Unlike Carla, I have not gone to classes, and that's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to buckle down and really, I did come to Ignite maybe twice. Sandy scared me to death, and I did.
I scared you. What did I scare you? Holy cow, she came back. You're ready, Peggy.
She has an effect on people.
She brought, things on. I was new, and, get the phone call, and as soon as you say get the phone and call, it's hard
Shut
for
down.
me, and I shut down. And so I'm going to break that barrier now, and
there's always a lot to take in when you're joining Keller Williams Lakeside, and I always see new agents and their eyes are glassed over, and there's so much at your fingertips that you just got to take a little bit at a time. Like you said, there was something new it's very overwhelming. And so I walk out into the cafe and I'll see an agent there, a new agent, and their eyes are glassed over. I'm like, come on into my office. Where are you at? Like, let's set you a plan on what to do. So it's not just you, it's everybody that they come in, because there's so much to offer. And we want to share it with you, but it's like overwhelming. So Ignite 2, right, is your database. So we're going to work on the database. And I've changed, I don't go towards the whole entire book. I change it up to make it easier for you step by step. So hopefully it'll help you this time around. So welcome, thank you for sharing that. Ben.
Ben Bernoni, I've been in the business, well, been at Keller Williams Lakeside. I've been here in the team for 6 months and been in the business for about 3 years. So.
Nice. What do you have to say about Keller Williams Lakeside?
Love it. Best place I've been so far.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Lou, I can't wait to hear your story.
Hello, my name is Julio Manuel Lopez Consuela Rafael. Most people call me Lou. I've been at the Lakeside Center since 2011.
Lou is, when I started here, I've been here 7 years in April will be. Lou was one of the first agents. We didn't have YouTube, I don't think, back then, or if we did, we didn't know what it was. Lou did his first video with my phone. We did a video that he shared on Facebook and did all this marketing. We were ahead of the game, Lou and I were.
That was the first video made in the market section.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was exciting. And Lou was the one that taught me about the database here, because we had e-edge prior to Command. So Lou was the one who showed me everything I know, and it was really cool because he'd always be sitting at his desk, and I'd always go back there, and he would show me what to do. So shout out to Lou. Now here he is in my class. All right, Bill.
I'm Bill McCabe. I've been here since Monday, and I am the one that's overwhelmed.
Remember what I told you when I sat down with you, what to do every day for 15 minutes?
Go over the app.
KWL One Stop, exactly.
Yes.
Go on to KWL One Stop every day for 15 minutes. This morning I was on it, I go on it every day, but I was trying to find the Brussers so I could show you what that is today. I couldn't find it, so I instantly freaked, and I text Al, 7 o'clock this morning. Al, where's the Brussers? And I went, darn it, I found it under marketing. So everything is always on there. Familiarize yourself with that. Get familiar. You're not going to hurt anything. Just go on there. Val.
Hi, I'm Valerie Maru. I've been licensed for 2.5 years. Been here the whole time. I'm one of those that take probably too many classes, and like John said, just do not apply it after the fact. So that's my goal, to actually apply the things I'm learning. What else do we say?
Whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
How do you like KWL?
I love it. Yes. Yep. I capped last year, and I'm hoping to cap again this year. So
You will cap again.
I will.
That's
cap
right.
again this year.
You
Yes.
will.
There's no hope.
There's no hope. You will do it.
Yeah.
It's only do.
Good job. So have you taken Ignite before? Did you say
I think most of the classes I did in 2017, so it's been 2 years.
Refresher.
All last year. Yeah. You always get some key points, something like, as John says, the golden nuggets from every class.
Golden nuggets, you got it. It is really something.
Yeah.
It's non-stop learning. With all the changes that's happening, it's like you constantly got to be watching and learning and talking to people and using the tools so you can get the most out of it. So thanks, Bill. Frank.
Hi everyone, my name's Frank Batiste. I am also overwhelmed. I joined on Monday, but I've had this crazy idea. I received my license in December here in Michigan, and I'm in the process of writing the California license exam later this month. So I'll be dual licensed agent for Keller Williams.
So what he's saying is any referrals to California?
Yes.
So he travels back and forth, because when John said, you're hiring Frank, and I go, he lives in California, I'm hiring this guy? Like, how's this going to work? Thinking, wow, these things really are crazy. Anyway, so he flies back and forth all the time, so his parents are here, he's originally from here, so it's going to be great for him. So get him into Keller Williams in California as well.
You can hold dual licenses.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot of agents that have dual licenses. Here, Florida, here, Colorado, here, Vegas. They're here, North Carolina. They have licenses everywhere, so it's a great thing.
Happy to be here.
So welcome, Frank. That's what we're all here for. Okay, Peggy.
I'm Peggy Burns, and I've been here since November, and I am very overwhelmed.
What's your background, Peggy?
I am, me and my husband own a landscape company, and I'm kind of moving out of that a little bit. I'm going to stay and take care of my current clients. But I do landscape management and landscape design as well.
So she has quite the database, and she's ready to roll. She's got to get everybody into command and get it all up and running. So it's a new. She's got the sales technique, right? She's got it down. So now she's got to incorporate the real estate. So working on that. So thanks for being honest with that. And then Mr. Brad.
Brad Van Domlin. I've been licensed since 2000. Spent a couple years in real estate back then, and left. Now I retired from my other career, came back, started here in December 1st. And I am overwhelmed, but I'm starting to connect the dots.
Cool.
So eventually pieces start to come together. So
Good deal. Hang in there.
There's help in all the new technology.
It is. You know, like I said in my interview with everybody when I was onboarding each of you, our youngest agent that I hired 4 18-year-olds since I've been here, and our oldest associate is 82.
Wow.
And so when you have that range, right, 82, Jim Monier, does he know all the technology? He really hoped to be here, but he just had surgery and everything else, so he sent me an email this morning saying, honey, I'm not going to make it. He's always come to all the classes and supported it. Does he know all the technology? No. Does he need to? No. He can do the paperwork by hand and bring it in, and we'll help him with that. So take bits and pieces, right? We want to get you to make money, so if that is that you need help writing a purchase agreement or doing whatever it takes, we're here to help you, right? And we'll have to get it into the system. So thank you. Mary Denmark. Becca. Tell us all about you.
Okay. I've been with Keller Williams for a little over a year now. I kept my first year. I started real estate because I really wanted to be able to spend more time with my kids, but also be able to provide for my family, basically. So I have a 5-year-old and I have a 6-month-old, and Keller Williams really changed my life the last year. I've been able to stay at home with my 6-month-old, and so yeah.
Good deal. That's a great story. Brenda.
Brenda McNeil. I had my license for over 4 years, and actually the whole time at Lakeside, but I was always working another job up until the fall, and I went through Ignite again in the fall, and I'm back to this class because I just need a little more help and support getting things up and running.
Good job. Well, thank you all for sharing your stories. I appreciate it. What we're going to do today is, of course, we have a team meeting at 11:30. Val, you caught that on the thing. Good job. My class always falls on the team meeting. So what we're going to do is we'll wrap up by 11 just so that you can get out of here, get a little bit of a break, right? And then the team meeting will start at 11:30. Hopefully all of you are going to stay for the team meeting. There's lunch provided after as well. And then we also have, just so you know, so I'm going to go over the basics of command, small pieces with you today. Tomorrow we have our 2020 Business Building Blitz, which is tomorrow from 1 to 4 here in the Market Center. So that's where we're going to have different stations of command, and somebody's going to be teaching you marketing, prospecting, the websites, all different things. There's going to be different stations. Try to make that because it'll really help you. You got to just keep trying, right? Are you going to be here tomorrow?
Trying.
Is it different than the tech tailgate?
It's about that. It's the same probably, but latest and greatest, right? Because things have changed. So if you've been through it, I would just stop in to get acquainted with that. Has everybody been on the KWL One Stop, and is everybody familiar with that? Yes. Is everybody using it? Is it saved on your home screen on your computers, and you have the app and you're able to log in it? You've never used it? Go to KWL One Stop. Okay, yeah, you need to use that. That is really huge.
So if we still have our books from last year, are you going to give us new inserts for today's?
I have inserts that I'll pass out, yes, along the way.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
The Wi-Fi password is double dip close. The D, so it's capital D, 0, U, B, L, E, capital D, I, P, capital C, L, 0, S, E. Our computer guys really got it like double dip close. Did you get it? Yes, Lou.
What time is that thing tomorrow?
That thing tomorrow is from 1 to 4. And also on Friday is our Keller Williams Lakeside Christmas party. I want to shout that out so everybody remembers that. That is Friday from 4 to 7 at Cicerelli's Bar here on Hayes. So everybody's open to come there from 4 to 7, associates only, and then after 7, your spouse or significant others are able to attend. So join us on that. Okay, so what I would like you to do is, well, we've already talked about that, so night one was good. So I'd like you to go on your Facebook, and I'd like you to make a post. Okay, if you have your Facebook account, and I'd like you to put in there, building my business. Who do you know that I should know looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Whoever gets the most likes will win a prize at the end of the class. It's really kind of cool. So every class that I've had, somebody's gotten a lead from this. So let's hope that you do get the most likes out of that. Gina?
I don't want to do it yet because of my.
Oh, okay, you got it. So everybody put that on there for me. Nick, you need to get a name tag over here for you. Let me get it for you, sir. Now I gotta know your name. So the name tags here, I would appreciate if each of you could bring them with you to class each day, because each instructor, I know your names. However, each instructor helps them to write your name. So today's takeaways is what I want to get through is understanding what a database is, how to set up and organize your database, how to systematically communicate with your database, show you tools that are available, and note cards. Okay? Note cards. Carla's going to teach that one. So what is a database? Lou, what's a database?
That is where you keep everybody at, so you can stay in constant contact with them via phone, mail, emails, text messages, anniversaries, birthdays, all kinds of stuff.
Everybody understands what a database is, right? Mark, you got that? You understand the database, right? So everybody, when they came on board, was given a spreadsheet, correct? That they're supposed to add their contacts, any names, numbers, everybody and anybody from your phone, address book at home, from your bowling league, from your work, wherever it is. Has everybody got that spreadsheet? Raise of hands who has not done that yet.
What was the question?
The database sheet.
I have not done that.
Okay, well, you better get on that, because if you don't have it done by Friday, see ya.
So the stuff you put in E-Edge, is it still in there? Is it transferred?
E-Edge, yes, you can export them out and then import them into Command. There's a video on that. Have you done your database?
Not done yet.
I just put mine right straight into,
Command, you typed them individually?
Yeah.
Okay, good. How many do you have in there?
Not many, being new to the state, like 50.
You can even add the people from the other state that you lived in prior to this. Add everybody and anybody, because who knows if they're ever going to buy or sell a house, right? You can refer them to a Keller Williams agent down there and get a referral fee. It's huge.
Is there a way to transfer, like to auto, move it from your phone into?
You have a Droid, right?
Yes.
I do not know that answer. I would Google it
Okay.
and see if you can. And an iPhone, you can. A Droid, I don't know.
Okay.
The easiest way to transfer your database from any other source to Command is to go to Scott Leroy Systems. They'll do it for you, I understand, for free. They did mine for free. But be careful, because you'll get a lot of duplication.
No, that was old. That's
But,
they've updated it.
well, that's good, because
Yep.
I had to go in and clean things up.
So Scott Leroy Marketing, each of you, when you joined Keller Williams Lakeside, had to fill out the survey that Scott Leroy sent, what you wanted for passwords, what you wanted for emails, all that other stuff. Scott Leroy is a Keller Williams agent who does our onboarding for us. On top of that, if you go to scottleroymarketing.com, you should really write that website down, scottleroymarketing.com. And the reason why you should write that down is because there are so many trainings and so many videos that you can watch. He did a video yesterday that I watched this morning, and it was an overview of Command in general. So people are confused, they don't understand what Command is, where to go, what to do, what's this, what's that. He went through it. It's a 51-minute video. Did you bring me a Dunkin' Donut?
I did.
Whew! Carla was going to bring me a Sweetwater. I could be in real trouble now. So thank you. So that's what I would do, is go to scottleroymarketing.com. So if you have your laptops open, I would go to that right now. I can probably type it in here as well, just to show you what it is. So when you go to scottleroymarketing.com, you can go right here, and it's got KW resources, okay? There are live webinars And I'm gonna send this, Charles, I'm gonna put you in charge of passing that around. There's live webinars every month that they do updated schedules. But if you go to this training, here's all the previous training classes available. Look at, they have DocuSign, Dotloop, Keller Mortgage, KW Command, the Keller Williams website, MailChimp, and Playster. These are all videos. So if you go over to KW Command and click this, I'm going to play this video. All over here on the right, he has every single video about everything in Command that you need.
That looks like Al.
Yeah, that is Al. You got that right. So if you look in there, it's got KW Command, Tips, Smart Plan Updates. Does everybody know what a Smart Plan is? It's a drip mail. Drip email used to be called in Edge. So you can set your clients on a birthday drip, an anniversary. They have all different smart plans in there, and they keep adding more and more. They have listings and landing pages in Command. So this is important. So if you're more advanced than past the clients updating, you can go in here and start looking at these. Look at these videos are 8 minutes, 3 minutes. He has a database management with Command, which he did on December 19th. It's 54 minutes. What I would recommend is have it playing on your phone and doing it on your computer while you're going along. You will be completely set up.
What did you go on to find the actual videos there?
Scott Leroy Marketing,
Yep.
and then you went to KW Resources.
And then training or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go here under KW's Resources. The drop downs come, there's training. And then you can go to the training calendar if you wanted live webinars, but if you want to see previous training classes that have been recorded, just like ours has been recorded this time, you can go right here. Okay, so use that, because that's really important. I go on there every day to see what's new, and yesterday's class was actually really good. That he did, well, everyone is good, but that's just. Any questions on that? Did everybody find it? Yes? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me.
Yep.
All right. Say what?
It says enter your KW Market Center number.
It's 221 is the Market Center number. Good job, because mine automatically defaults to it. So our Market Center number is 221, so that's the password. If you put in any other number, you're going to need somebody else's password, and logos will all be different. Everything will be different. I'll say you work in Pennsylvania or whatnot. He also has a YouTube channel, so if you go to Scott Leroy Marketing in YouTube, you can subscribe to that, and a lot of the videos are on there, but some are different, so I recommend going through scottleroymarketing.com. Sound good? All
I got
right.
the YouTube right on my walker every morning.
Do you? So you watch this? What other videos do you recommend watching on YouTube?
I'll go between Tom Ferry and whoever you're asking about those. Yeah, Tom Ferry and the guy that wrote the Yes book.
So if you just keep going on there, I'm telling you, it's great. And then the different podcasts that are on there. I learn a lot from it. So just keep trying. And then one day they'll all click into you, right? Like Greg came in, what a learning curve you've had coming into Keller Williams Lakeside. Holy cow. All right, so we're going to go to page 9 in your book. And what we're going to do here is, does anybody not have the spreadsheet and they want a spreadsheet? You can get it offline. I actually printed some
I'll
out.
take another one.
Okay. All right, Charles, you just take charge of it, would you, for me? Charles is larger in charge.
Who wants one?
So they're also found on command that you can go on there and download it and actually type in it. I prefer, sometimes if you're just sitting around, you're going through your phone, you can start writing them on there just so you have them. So on page 9, what we're going to do for 15 minutes here is I would like you to go to your phone or go to command if you have your contacts in there. We're going to make calls for 10 minutes. You're going to call people and let them know that you've started a new career or you've been in the business, right? Call them and talk to them. So we're going to do that for 15 minutes.
Is this where you scared the last?
This is where it probably scared me. Yeah. It's not that difficult, right? So if you're new to real estate, on page 11, there's scripts in there. So if you go to 11, right? I think, Marianne, you should read that one. On page 11, new to real estate.
Okay.
Ours might be different.
Really, so the scripts, read section 2.
Oh, no, section 2.
Session 2.
Hello.
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 Shoot. Did everybody do the My Tracker too? Did you go
We
out
didn't
there?
drink as much coffee as you.
Right, I know. Now I got more.
Okay.
Oh, the one and only Chris is here.
Good
Woo! All right, number 1. So stand up. Stand up and read loud for us. All right, what are you going to say to somebody if you're new to Keller Williams?
Hi, hello, this is Mariana. Do you have a minute?
I do.
Great. I'd like to share the exciting news that I've become a real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. With this new partnership, I have all their knowledge working for me. Plus, my clients get all my enthusiasm and hard work. I thought about sharing this with you because I know you would be someone to help me grow my business.
Good job. Is that difficult to say? Does everybody know that you're in the business? Have you told everybody, Bill?
No.
Why haven't you told everybody? Have you told people?
Yes.
All right, so do you think that we can get on the phones and call people for 10 minutes? Do we think we can do that? Come on, you guys need to do the hokey pokey, turn yourselves around. No, come on. It's not hard. Look through your phone, find somebody, get a name, ask for business, right? Who do you know that I should know looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Ready, set, go. Come on, Dale, you got all them people in there, let's go. There's prizes for the winners, I'm telling you people. Chris, why don't you show them how it's done?
Oh, you got it.
All right, Chris will do it. Why? She's going to show you. Come on.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. We do it. I'm telling you. It's like ice skating rink.
He's just flipping through his phone. He's going to find
Ready to
something.
go, you know? Let's go. This is a regular one. I actually know which one.
Let's hope it is.
If it's not, I'll
Chris is
call
going to go live, guys. Get in front of the camera so they can all hear
you.
you.
Where's the camera?
Right here.
Oh, the camera's here? Wait a minute.
It's ringing.
Should we call our moms?
You have to. Hey, Mom, guess what? Come on, call somebody. It's fun. I talk to people all the time. Okay, leave a fun voicemail. So if you get to leave a voicemail, this is what you gotta do. You need people to call? Beautiful. You need
Hey Melanie, it's Chris giving you a call from the Peering team at Keller Williams. I hope you're doing well. Just wanted to reach out to you. We got a new year going here, so that's new goals, some exciting real estate trends that we're working with you. So give me a call. It's 248-410-8293. I'll talk to you soon.
She's not afraid to pick up the phone. Who are you gonna call, Mark? Do you want somebody to call? Well, for example, it's a puppy not get somebody to call. I print out the for sale by owners and expires every day, so I have a list if you want to call one of these, and I have scripts to go with it. You want to try that?
Yeah. Who do you know that's looking to buy?
So here's some scripts from Bold. Here's for sale by owners and expires. These are actually the only scripts I can find.
No, in fact,
That's what we're talking about that. Good job. Keep me on track right now. Anybody else want the list of for sale by owners and expires? Call these people.
yeah, I think that was really.
These are from today. That's going to cost you $29.95. Well, these are for sale by owners, so one of these. Come on, try it, Dale. You were going to be my rock star. I'm going to have to go out front and center. Is that Patty Palmer over there? Happy New Year, honey. Peggy, you wanted one? Here's for sale by owners scripts that I have. And then these are for sale by owners scripts. I couldn't find my expired ones. Morning, Sean. I don't even swear to Hey Nick, who are you calling? Nick, who are you calling?
I actually just I'm working with someone right now to help them.
Good.
But I don't know. I don't know. I've been doing this for so long. Oh, that's absurd.
No, oh yeah.
Well, the thing is, that's just where the world is.
That's right. Hang out with Sean. Hang out with Sean.
Any other questions?
Get me a lead. Dang, this is good.
I was just last night with them, these phone calls.
That would be our.
Dang. Lou's my man.
Alright, do you have an appointment to get us?
I love it. You just gotta get contact information. Get yourself Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, send her my way. You're running your seat. You see how this goes?
Yeah.
Top bracket. Pretty awesome. Two KWL.
Yep.
Yeah.
Winner, winner. What do you got on the back of your phone?
Thinking about buying or selling. Mom did somebody too.
Frank, I think you should call everybody in California right now. That would be a good time.
I actually have a little customer.
It's only about 6:30. Wake them
I'll call
up.
my wife.
There you go. Good morning. These are for CFI. Yeah, yeah. No, these are, yeah, the for CFI, obviously it says FISBO. So those are the business, those are expired. I run both every morning.
Real.
No.
So actually, I said,
Come on, Lou, get me another appointment. That was pretty good. Charles, who are you calling? They're still sleeping, your friends?
What do you do when most of the people you call are like?
you try to call my son.
You can text, right? Texting counts as well. It's just, you know, introducing yourself. Like a lot of the people that are
You get up early. See?
It's amazing. Sean worked at Romeo yesterday. I've been talking to since August.
Thank you.
This year I'm gonna get. Right, but I texted, and so, which really kind of was the Bitmojis. Do you have those?
Oh, yeah, I do.
So I'll send those. It's kind of funny,
Your
right?
emojis or just emojis? Lines and all.
Yeah. So, yeah, because you're 18, so you. Woo! You got a lead?
Off Facebook post. Off of Facebook.
Seriously? See, I told you my Facebook posts work.
I got people that are appraisers or.
Well, say hey, come check out Television Lakeside. It's all right. What are you doing with the appraisers for?
No, I meant off of that Facebook thing.
Oh.
It's friends like,
Well, there you go, that still leads you into your command. Hello? That's good. My first, the Facebook post is, who do you know that I should know looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? I'll go back to it. And whoever gets the most likes at the end of the class gets a prize. I'll show you.
All right, let me tell the title of the company. Normally they just.
Right there.
And I was kind of looking at the address.
You go, Mark? This is it. Come on, get brave. You can do it. I won't scare you away. Only Mary Ann.
Federal aviation requirement, right? Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Just so you know, within Command, there are different marketing pieces in the design center, that you can actually post every day on Facebook to a different time. You can schedule it to go up at certain times that you want. And then people will always see Keller Williams. You don't always want to be throwing out Keller Williams, but just different posts. There's different ones. If you go back to my own page, so if you go into designs in Command, there's actually a whole bunch of different, looking for a first house, all different types, design it, all you do is drag. Have you been in design yet?
A little bit.
You can drag your name, your phone number, whatever, save it as a JPEG, it'll automatically post it to Facebook, Instagram. Chris, do you guys know that over there? Posting, do you guys use Command? There's really cool designs in there that you can see, or you can actually do Facebook post, and you can set it to go out whenever you want it to, like different days, times.
Good, that's good. Hey, so I just wanted to touch base with you about your brothers.
Okay, let me see if I can do it myself. No, I can't. No, it's involved. All right. I'll call you.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to touch base.
I still have pictures, all my dress, I'm sending them to you.
I think it's all really lovely.
Things I got the keys, I put them on the keys. They might ask me for wireless instructions too.
Oh, now, Lou, look at you go, come on. Come on, Ben, I'm waiting for you. Come on, get on the phone. You're a rock star. So you do texting and calling?
Yeah, a lot of them is calling in the ears. Working, where you working?
So what happens if you get a voicemail? Do you leave a voicemail? What do you say?
Well, yeah, if you need anything,
All right, man.
No problem.
Then we just call our own database.
Yeah.
What you say?
So it's a warm lead. So when you're calling a database, because all of your database is together for the team, right? So they don't know who Chris is, you, or whatever. Are they assigned to different people?
No.
We have our own, and then there's like a group where we call.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually,
I've been doing client referrals and there's client referrals.
Because you've been in the business now how long?
About a year and a half.
So you're getting referrals already.
So who do you?
Well, yeah, I just followed up.
I was thinking about buying or selling the rest of the real estate.
I don't like this.
You know what I do is I just go to Art Van, I go to Verizon, I find everybody.
It works. You gotta start talking.
Start talking to them.
Yeah, you start talking.
That's it.
What did you say you do? You don't like to cold call?
No, I try to find every way possible.
How you do it?
It started with that. It started with that. No, I call the past clients. I call my current clients.
So anyhow.
Sphere. I got college.
Okay, yeah.
Meet for people.
Are you coming to the class?
Yeah, start pushing.
Sign your name on that, over
It
there.
really does work. So once you get a call in, a couple more, you start posting about it.
Or that just write your name on there. That's my black marker. Nick, did you get my black marker?
Yes.
I got a Nick marker here for you, Giovanni.
I actually checked out. All right. Go ahead, work that one. I don't think. I talked to you later.
All right, we got Mark on the phone. How are you, sir? Thanks for signing that contract yesterday.
Very well.
But I will keep you guys up from here. Everything goes through.
One for next year.
You got what?
One for next spring. Does that count?
For next spring, sure. Is it spring of 2021? Okay.
No, it's like
Yeah.
25.
Sure.
Okay.
It's all right. You just gotta stay in touch, right? Okay. You.
One of my clients is almost out of cards, so I got.
So right now, Giovanni, they're calling people, letting them know they're in real estate. So call some warm leads, let them know who you are. You need to get a name and number of somebody. That's the goal. Let's do this. Lou is in the lead. He got me a real estate agent lead. Who was it? Frank got a lead off of the Facebook post.
Yeah, chatting with him right now.
Is it Michigan or California?
Yeah, Michigan.
Pretty sweet. We got about 4 more minutes.
I will be.
Come on, Bill. Call somebody else. Let's go.
I called a bunch of people.
Nobody's answering?
Well, my one friend, Dave, answered and said, are you effing kidding me? I got stuff I'm doing. I don't have time for this shit.
That's why I'm texting.
Yeah, me too.
That works better.
Yeah, I mean, people are excited.
I said, dude, I'm in a class. Can you just tone it down for a minute so I can get through this?
Right, first call. Well, like Frank said, Facebook is huge too, right? So if you're on your laptop, you can always see on the right-hand side who's online. And so I've actually recruited agents. I just start conversations with them, right? And say, hey, how's it going? Happy New Year, whatever it is. You know, you see a post on there, they need a new baby. You go in the messenger, message them. That is a huge way.
I did text a police officer friend of mine who I know has about 10 apartments that he rents. And I said, hey Aaron, I wanted to share, I started a new career with Keller Williams Lakeside and I'm looking to grow my business. So if you know anyone looking to buy, sell, or invest, please let me know. I'm excited to help. And he responded, that sounds great, Bill. You will do great in sales. I will let you know and keep you in mind.
Good deal.
So,
yes.
The profit share, is there some place, I mean, you know, how you try to get people to come to Keller Williams and stuff. And I'm not real sure of how that all works and how to say it. Is there some place on KW1
There is a video that I can share. If you send me an email, I'll share that. And also Sean is doing classes on profit share. Do you know
We'll be teaching them once a month.
Once a month.
Just to know what this, to tell people, and I'm thinking, I really want to say, because I've talked to a few people that said they're going to start taking classes, and I gave them some, you know, information on that. I thought, I'd really like to tell, I started telling them, you know, if you're interested at Keller Williams Lakeside, but then I wanted to talk to the profit share, and then I'm like, I don't know what else to say after that, you know.
Go to Sean's class. There's also a video. Just send me an email and I'll send that video to you. Okay. It's really great, right? Because you're not only working with buyers and sellers, you're working with people who are looking for a new career. Exactly. They don't have to join Keller Williams Lakeside. They can join any Keller Williams in the world. I just had an agent who had somebody that just passed their state exam in Chicago, in Illinois, and I connected him with the team leader in Lincoln Park, Illinois, and he is going to be joining Keller Williams. Frank, how did you get connected with us?
I've done a bit, but I actually have invested in real estate here in the state of Michigan for the last 8 years through my aunt. And through my aunt, I met Elaine Glock, who's my sponsor.
Is Elaine your aunt?
My aunt is Judy.
Right,
Matthias.
yeah, I knew Judy, right.
But I had done dealing with Elaine for the last 8 years. So,
nice. So did you hear that Elaine is an agent that's in our office, and she sold Frank many properties. So she's been in contact with him. So when Frank signed up, he selected Elaine as his sponsor.
No, but, and I don't want to get into a profit share class, but real quick, if you talk to somebody in another state or something, is it just the sponsors that here that come to Keller Williams Lakeside?
No, it's anywhere across the board. So what works best, what we found, is if you have somebody looking to join a Keller Williams in another state, contact one of the team leaders, Sean or myself or John, and we will be able to contact that team leader and let them know that Gina referred them. Gina. So then when they're sitting down to sign up and they're selecting a sponsor, they're going to remember Gina.
Okay.
So what I did is I did a text. I started a group text with the person in Illinois, the team leader, and myself. So then they have it. And on that text was who referred them, so that they know who to select as their sponsor.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy on that end. All right, 1 minute left to wrap up. Everybody's off the phone right now. Is everybody good? Come on.
So Sandy, if you have someone like that's kind of local but not close to Keller Williams Lakeside, you just kind of strike up a conversation about how like maybe different market centers is better for them.
Right.
Okay.
They want to, when somebody sits down with us, we always tell them to go check out 2 or 3 different offices. Go to a Century 21, go to a real estate one. And they go, wow, you tell us that. And I go, yes, because I know you'll come back to us. And then you find out where they live. So for example, there was a young gentleman that joined Keller Williams Royal Oak, and he lives out at 36 Mile Road. They should have told him there's closer market centers to his home, right? And so then he transferred here at the time.
Yeah, so always keep the same sponsor.
You'll always keep the same sponsor. So it doesn't matter what Keller Williams they go to, they can select you.
Anywhere in the U.S. Very cool.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
I met a young girl that was at the airport. She was sitting at the bar, and I was going to Vegas with my mom, and she was going back to Dallas. And so we started talking. I shared my mobile app. She said, what do you do for a living? She said, interior design. I said, have you ever thought about a career in real estate? And she said, well, no. 2 weeks later, she texted to see if we had fun in Vegas. She goes, you guys were a riot. She goes, I want to get more information. So I connected her with the team leader in Dallas. She got her license. So when she sat down to select a sponsor, who did she select?
So we have the time.
I cannot tell her how to sell real estate in Dallas. I have no idea what that's like. I don't sell real estate here. So I talk to her twice a month. I'll text her. I can do all the Keller Williams end with her. Yeah, and that's how it works. So anywhere you go. I mean, I walked into our van last week and I got 2 names and numbers of people. I go, you're an incredible salesperson. Have you ever thought about selling real estate? You know, they go through a rigorous training over there at our van. You know, they attack you and they stalk you, and I was zigzagging and trying to lose them, and he still found me. It was kind of fun. So that and Verizon people, they're very well trained. So I have brought people in my downline from Verizon. They recognize me from going in there all the time, right? You talk to them and you get them to come in and check it out. And the one guy is at a Keller Williams in Plymouth, because he lived that way and he just worked at a Verizon on this side of town.
So you give them your card, or
I share my mobile app. I text them. I harass them. I don't know. You just build those relationships with the people. And so when I went to our van, I had a young man who was 19. I had interviewed him. He was getting his license a couple years ago. And I texted him. I said, I'm on my way to our van. Are you there? And he said, no, I switched careers. He goes, but Sandy, you're still on my mind. He goes, I don't think this new career is for me. So can I meet with you one day this week? So he's going to call me to come in and meet. He goes, thanks for always texting me. So you just start that. That's all you do. All right. Ready to roll? Okay. So tell me, anybody talk to anybody? Mark, stand up, share with us what you do.
I got a lead.
You got a lead, tell us about it.
Well, the guy's a little upset with Kevin Williams. He says he's had 10 calls.
That's great.
He's got a mobile home.
Al, what do you say about that when they get all the calls from Keller Williams?
Just 10? No, he said 5. He's got a mobile home and nobody will take it. I said, I'll wait.
Do we do mobile homes there?
Nope.
We don't do mobile homes either.
That's why nobody's taking it.
Okay, go take it. That's why.
Why not?
Not a home.
It's not a home.
It's a vehicle on wheels.
I was proud of it.
That was very good though. You talked to him. See, so did you get an appointment scheduled?
No, he said call him back in a month. He's doing zero.
Is he looking to buy a house? Isn't there, what is that mobile home that sells? There used to be Suburban. Was it called Suburban? Suburban, yes. What was the guy's name? Do you remember? I used to deal with him a lot. There's mobile home companies that will sell. Becca or Brenda, did you have something?
I know the son.
No, they didn't answer.
They didn't answer. Charles,
I left messages for a couple people.
did you text somebody?
I texted a couple more.
Did you get any answers from text?
Not yet.
Because 18-year-olds are still sleeping. Or it's the first week of
No,
school, right?
these are all adults.
Good job. Just keep on them, right? The trick that I've always learned is never delete your text messages either, right? I have thousands of them in my phone because you never know when they're going to text you back.
I do the same thing.
And then you'll have the
I
history.
have messages from 3 years ago.
I know, it's beautiful. It's perfect. Brad,
I just texted a couple friends.
did you get any response back? Not yet. Peggy, what'd you say in your messages? Did you sound as lively as this one over here?
I didn't hear how lively she was.
No, Chris, when he was up here doing.
No, not quite what it is.
He's got the energy level.
Yeah, he does.
He does. All right. Frank, tell us about your lead.
Yeah, so the guy responded back, and he's actually an investor. He gave me 2 persons that are interested on the investing side. So.
Oh, good. Good. All right, Val.
I just been doing some texts.
Did you get some response?
Just kind of like the, absolutely, just kind of, putting me top of mind, I guess, right? So he said, yeah, awesome, you bet. Happy New Year to you and your family as well.
That's good.
So I got a few of those, yeah.
That's good. Do you just not like picking up the phone and calling
No.
cold people? Do you call your past clients?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that, yeah.
Chris, what advice can you give to her?
Well, you just start. I did it for like 2 years. That's all I did. If you just do it, and you do it enough, then you don't hate it anymore.
Yeah.
That's like my best advice. You just sit there on a dialer, and you really have no control. You're not calling people. The guy was doing it anyway. So that really helps.
So what do you say to them?
Oh, well, I say some ridiculous stuff. She gets mad at me sometimes. No. I just talk to them like they're a friend, you know. Hey, how you doing? I mean, I try to not say how are you, because I feel like everyone says how are you, and it's like I'm not calling you to ask how you're doing. I try to be like, hey, this is Chris. I'm calling you about X, Y, and Z. Wanted to see if you were still looking. I try to avoid that how are you, because that's like an automatic thing. So, and that seems to work. So that helps.
And then do you ask for business if they're not looking to buy, sell, or invest?
I do. If I get a wrong phone number, I'll ask.
So how do you ask? What do you say?
Well, it depends how the conversation is going. So typically I'll say, well, hey, are you looking to buy by chance, or do you know anyone looking to buy? Or if they're really upset, I'll tell them I got the number at the bar from the girl and it was the wrong. That works too.
When he started, you could hear him do the waltz because he's on the Puritan team over here. So he was so amazing on that phone, just nonstop dialing. He had his headset on and he just went. So 1.5 years he's been in the business, and he's now calling his past clients, right? That's where he's doing it. So Val, you've been in the business, so calling your past clients, letting them know. Good job. Thank you for sharing that. I know that Tom Lipinski, when he had his teams in the morning at 7:30, he'd have somebody in here, and he took Lisa Rush, who is an experienced agent, over 20 years of experience. She does not like picking up the phone and cold calling either. He said, come into my team, and I'm just sitting there going, wow, this is pretty awesome. So she went in, she listened for the first hour, and then he said, okay, it's your turn. You pick up the phone and do it. You got to get over that fear. I do that too. There's people that hang up on you, and I make up goofy stuff just like you. So when you would refer an agent that you just co-opted with and said, so-and-so was a great agent, I call and I go, wow, I was just by the coffee machine, and Val was just talking you up a storm. I can't believe it. I mean, you're like, just making it all up. I'm like, really? I go, yeah. I said, so I got her side of the story. Tell me yours, right? What do you think of Val? And then you just build that conversation and go with them. So it's kind of fun.
How would you, long story short, I know someone in Chicago looking for a place. I also know a real estate agent that's in Chicago. How do I go about him referring that customer to him?
There's a referral form that you can actually fill out. The MCA office has it. So then you'll have the buyer's name, the buyer's name, you're going to refer to them, and the agent will have all their contract in there.
How do I go about telling him, getting him on board?
Getting them on board where? Keller
So just let
Williams?
him know, like, yeah, we have a referral program, sign this, but here's a person, here's a customer.
You can connect him with myself or with Sean, and we will talk to him and connect him with the team leader in Chicago.
Okay.
Right? You're talking an agent.
Yeah, an agent in Chicago, and I have a couple friends in Chicago.
Yep.
So I just go to you for that.
Yep, you got it. Because you want them to select you as their sponsor when they do join Keller Williams.
Well, they already have their own brokerage.
Right, so then what do you want to do? What are you saying?
Refer them to customers, but
there's a referral form that you fill out, and then you'll get paid.
Is there what's a professional way of saying, hey, listen, I got this customer, but I want to sign you. I want you to sign a contract with me.
I'm just going to refer somebody to you looking for a home in Chicago, so I'm going to give them your name. So
Your
that you
number.
can help them find it,
And the referral form has it all on there too. And then they sign it and it's good. So when the deal closes, they'll mail a referral check back here to the market center.
All right, thank you.
We can help you with that. Okay, who else? Lou, what did you have? You got me a recruit appointment.
First phone call.
Woo!
Past client. She says, well, I'm glad you called me because I'm actually thinking about getting into the business. Of course, I've been working with her for 20 years. Okay, so.
But that's okay. She knows who you are.
I already text you with her name and phone number. You can give her a call whenever she'd like to schedule an appointment to sit down and talk with you to see what she needs to do about getting into the business. And then I called Dane Smith to see if I can get him back into the business.
He was supposed to come in this week and
And
see
if he can't do
me.
that, then I'm forcing him to give me referrals. Dane Smith is an old broker that Sandy and I used to work with. And he came back into the business last year, did it for a few months, and then we had some issues and decided to get back out again. So that was that. And then I talked with another client of mine. He goes, I'm glad you called me because I'm almost out of your cards. I need more cards. And then I get a couple other text messages, and somebody's calling me right now. Get out of the way so I can get some stuff here. It was pretty cool. In fact, one guy, I'm collecting my lottery money right now, and he only dropped off half what he was supposed to. So he texted me, he says, I'll drop off the other half later today. And so I go, that's great. It said my wife would be home and collect the money. He says, hey, I'm looking for a referral business. So who do you know that I should know that's thinking about buying or selling or investing in real estate? He comes back and says, Donald Trump.
So that's good. So you had some contacts. So do you lead generate every day?
No.
Should you lead generate every day?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how long did we lead generate for today, Lou?
3 hours.
We lead generated for what, 10, 15 minutes? And how many leads did you get out of that, Lou?
Well, I talked with 3 people. I texted 3 people. One
in 15
responded
minutes.
back in the text.
15 minutes. You gotta take more cards, so that's good.
Yeah.
You gotta time block that. Good job, Lou. Thank you. Nick, what did you do?
Called some people, but nobody picked up. Sent out some texts, the usual stuff. Thank you, and for everything.
Do you guys use emojis and different things when you're texting people?
Oh, yes.
I think that's just the best. Bitmoji, I use the Bitmojis, you know, where it's me sending it. Somebody sent me one the other day, the Bitmoji. It was themselves, right? You know how you have your face, and they actually recorded a recording. And so when I hit the Bitmoji, it said, "Hey, it's Tammy." Blah blah blah. It was a whole message. It was kind of cool. We had an agent here all day. He's still here. He, when I interviewed him, instead of texting, he did a video. And so when I got the text, it said, "Hey, it's Audet," and he's got a nice British accent, right? So he's talking to me. Oh, this is really cool. I heard his tonality, right? Everything was on there, and it was so personable. So I kept bringing every agent that walked by my office, check this out, check this out. Well, he called me. He was at a dealership, and they provided the system. And he goes, how many times are you going to watch my video? I go, it's the coolest video ever, you know? So, because it just kept showing him how many views he had. So if you to connect with people, try different ways when you're texting. Do the Bitmoji, do a bit voice recording, do it live, a video, and send it. It's all different. You could do a generic one that you could keep sending. John and I had all the people that were in pre-licensing classes at one point, they would send a list of everybody that's passing out of the class at the end of the week. And so everybody, he would send it to all the brokers in Macomb County. Well, imagine how many calls they're getting or texts. So I had John do a video and I would send it to him. Hey, congratulations, and they hear John, and you know how well John talks, and so then they would actually respond to my text messages. And that was my phone number, so it does work.
I also heard on Facebook, and maybe some of the younger ones can tell me this, but my daughter told me this, that when you put a post in there, you put like not a photo, but you do
emoji.
Emoji, and she said that's supposed to generate more.
Yeah. Have you guys heard that too? You were talking about that. Did you do that in your post?
I do.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you go to your emojis, you've got one where you can customize it and actually make the character look like you.
Yeah.
I just texted mine. I get a lot of people that respond to that and say,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Here's Lou.
it looks like you, man.
So yeah, try to be creative. The more creativity.
More creative.
Yeah, more creative. You got it. Okay. How about you, Ben?
I just have a couple of showings with some clients that I've already been working with.
Good deal. So you stretch. Chris.
I got a friend that's looking a little bit, and I'm trying to get a phone number of a friend that's looking over Facebook. Friend, but I don't know his phone.
I texted a friend who has a home that was on the market. They now are selling their home by owner, and I said, I'm here for you. My company will do wonders at selling your home.
Good job, you just gotta let them know, right? Keep them as forefront.
I sent 2 texts, but I also sent Facebook on my business page. I replied to some people that had messaged me.
Good job. Right. What'd you do?
Oh, Greg.
He's been on the phone, talking away.
I think of all the calls I gotta make when I leave here. I did the Facebook. I got 2 smart asses that posted back. One, I'm selling his property right now, and he says, yeah, help me. Smart. Yeah. And,
they're seeing your name, right?
yeah, and then the second one, like the picture that I had on the house, and finding that house, I'm working on that. I called a seller that I'm marketing, we're closing the house right now. He gave me a referral on a listing. We sold the house in 1 day. So I thanked him. And he told me, how come it took 60 days to sell mine? Some go fast.
Some go faster, good work.
Yeah.
So do you lead generate every day?
Absolutely.
There you go, good answer.
Yeah.
I did a Facebook post. It's I do it anyway, and I got somebody responded back and tagged 2 other people. I sent out a text to my kids because my daughter's moving next week to Florida. Because I said even out of state, and I made a phone call, left a message.
Good job. Thank you for sharing that. Charles, you already did.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. So now what do we do, Carla?
Now we write note cards.
Now we write note cards. So I want Carla to talk about note cards because she's my note card superstar. Share with people what you do with your note cards, where you got this from, what we're doing.
Well, I got it from you. I would never wrote this many, but I have literally written 10 note cards every day, 5 days a week for a year. Wow. And it builds a lot of just a night, like people call you back and say, I haven't gotten a handwritten note in a year or 5 years. It was so nice to get a bright colored envelope in the mailbox. So not necessarily have I gotten business from it, but I have built relationships, and I know that they'll remember me when the time comes.
Very good. So you said an important word, relationships, right? Real estate is all about relationships. What do you get in the mail anymore? You get mail at home?
No.
You get mail? Junk. You get junk, right? A handwritten note card is huge. So I've been doing this, right, for over 30 years. It's amazing the response you will get from handwritten note cards. So I write 5 note cards every single day. Doesn't matter who I write them to, I just write them away. Family, friends, my favorite agent. So if you haven't gotten one, you're not my favorite agent. Just saying. So somebody that you just talked to today, if you have their address, or if you have someone you want to send a note card to, please write it. You don't have to write anything elaborate, just write in there something short and sweet, address it, and hand it back to me, and I will mail it for you. And you'll see how they'll respond to you when they get that in the mail.
And where do you buy these at?
I buy these, I have to special order these. These are custom for Keller Williams Lakeside. You can go to the dollar store. You can order them online. Carla, where do you get your cards?
I buy them whenever I see them. I get them a lot of times at Walmart.
So you don't just use.
I don't use Keller
No,
Williams.
you don't have to use Keller Williams
because I usually put my card in them.
I was gonna say put your.
They have packages of cards at the dollar store for $1. There's 8 of them. It's not that big a deal. You can do whatever ones you want. Marshalls, TJ Maxx, they have 50 cards for $4. It's really reasonable. Just write it in here, write your name. You'd be amazed at the response you get, right? Because real estate is all about relationship business. Write it. You write it to your mom and tell her how much you love her. And see how much she'll smile at you when you
Oh, every day actually.
You do? Good boy. Good boy. So, any questions on the note cards? So go ahead and write it. What?
Basically what we're doing again.
You're writing a note card to somebody, right? So that for sale by owner, I don't know if you want to write him because it's a trailer, but somebody in your database, send a note card. Just saying, hey, letting you know I'm in real estate. Who do you know that I should know when you buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Write it to one of your past clients that you had, right? Think if you had in 2020. Whatever you want to write in that card, write it, address it, and send it back to the end of the road. I'll collect it, and I will mail them for you. You should really do this every single day. Oh, I think your batteries are dying on this clicker. You don't have an envelope?
No.
Oh, they're in my hand.
Oh.
No.
There you go. What's dying?
The clicker. I don't know if the batteries are dead. It's not moving.
You want a couple batteries, Sandy?
No, I'm good. I'll let Al do that because it's got it all duct taped and everything else. Just messing with Al. I don't know if it's just this whole thing. The computer froze. I'll try getting it. Did everybody watch the videos yesterday that was attached to John's email?
Yes.
Yes.
Good job. Maybe I'll do it next. It was like frozen here too. Why is it frozen now? Weird. You can write it, Dear Sandy, you're the best Ignite instructor ever. Actually, you should write it to Sean and John and put that instead of the best. It's the PowerPoint now.
Yep, I'm just pulling some things out.
Technology. How are you closing it all out?
Just
Slow
hush.
it down.
Just hush.
Oh, Aaron. Sir. Let's present. All right, Al. You fixed it, Al.
And I didn't need new batteries. Protect the profit.
There you go. Al's the man. Look at Carla's got her colored envelopes. When was the last time any of you got a handwritten note card in the mail? Do you remember?
Nice.
From us? The day we met, right?
Very nice.
It was that exact same card, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
You did the
From
exact
Carla.
Do you remember getting a
I
card?
still have it.
You still have the
I got
card?
it shelf.
That's good. The other thing I was talking about before class is there's also an app, and it's called Ink Cards. And so what you can do is you can take a photo from your phone, and you can create a card. You can add the address and a note, and they will mail it for you. I buy 20 cards for $25, I believe. It's really a nice marketing piece. It's kind of cool looking if you have a good picture. And then you flip it, you can write your own message. It's kind of cool, like, so if you put a picture of a home, right? Or if you're out with your friends and you do it, and you can, you can put your own Color Wings Lakeside logo and stuff in there as well. It's just personal. So I sent it to Al, because I like that picture and Dave. So I mailed it to them. So they have birthday, they have anniversary, they have all different things. So if you're interested in that, download the Ink Cards. You saw that, right? You saw that? It's very nice. So it's hand addressed.
Are we giving these cards to you?
You are, and I'm going to mail them for you.
What's the address of this place?
For what place? The office? Oh, it's an app on your phone. It's called Ink Cards. Kind of cool. It's really kind of cool. And it'll address there. Just write your own personal message. No, you're going to go onto your app store and download it. Yeah, it's on my phone. And so you always have pictures on your phone, right? I send them all different. You can write it whatever you want. It was short and sweet with Al. Kind of cool, isn't it? Ink Cards, yes, plural. And you can set up an account and just work it from there. They do a great job. The turnaround time is probably 3 to 5 days. It'll get into their mailbox. They'll also email you or text you, I think it is, letting you know that it's been delivered. So it's kind of cool. You know when they're going to hit it. Okay? 5 note cards a day. Carla went extreme and she did 10 note cards a day.
I did.
She goes and buys rolls of 100 stamps
I do.
every 10 days.
If I can add too, on Facebook, if you go on events, you find birthdays, and so on Mondays, I do birthdays for the whole week. If I hold an open house, I send.
So you do birthday cards?
I do actual print birthday cards to my Facebook friends who are my friends, like, because it's better than a touch by email, I think. And then if I do an open house, even if they say they have an agent, I still send them a card. Thanks for coming through. If I could be of help to you, please let me know. I'm not asking for their business, I'm just letting them know. But they like that personal touch and then follow up, and it's helped a lot.
That's all you gotta say, right?
What's that?
That's all you gotta say, right?
Yep. Thanks for coming through. I'm here if you need me.
And you put a card in
And I
there.
put my business card in there. Really easy.
So there's
and they
many
love
ways
it.
to do that.
And then you make yourself stand out, and that's what it's really about.
So have people giving you feedback about your cards
All
when
the
they
time.
see you?
I get the happiest Facebook messages back, or they take a picture of it and they send me a text. I got my card today, and then if someone else hears a friend got one, they're like, I didn't get a card.
So you gotta write that note card,
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of like a fun thing between my friends now.
That's good. They're always gonna think about it, right? And if people post it on Facebook, then that's marketing for you there as well.
And I'm tagged in it, and so all my 4,000 friends on Facebook see that I sent.
You have 4,000 friends on Facebook. Way to go. How many likes do you have on your post right now?
2.
2? Oh, look at her now. All right, well, people are finishing up on there. What I want to talk about is every morning when I come in here, I run for sale by owners and expireds. What does that mean? So I go onto the MLS every day, I export the expireds. I import them into a system called RedX Vortex. It scrubs them, and then I will, for sale by owners and expireds, I email out to everybody, whoever requested. There is a charge of $4 a month. The list is pretty huge, and so what a lot of agents have found with that, just like that gentleman said he's tired of Keller Williams because he's getting so many calls, is agents create a file in their email. And they put it in there. And so when Al did his class last week, he had me run all the expires from September all the way to January 2nd, I think it was. So you can always follow back up with them. Is it 100% accurate? Are you going to get hang-ups? Are you going to get, yes, you are, but this is just another way of contacting people. If you don't know who to call, if you don't have those warm leads yet, call these people. You could add these people into Command and tag them as an expired or for sale by owner, and then you have them. Becky, you've been calling the FSBOs? And so how does that go for you?
So I look on Zillow for sale by owners in my area, and when I call them, I just say I'm a local agent. So I live in Elmont, which is really close to Romeo. So I say that I work out of the Romeo office, and I just say that I saw your houses on Zillow. It's been on there for X amount of days. Is there anything that I can do for you? And then I'll talk to them a little bit about myself or ask them about them and how if they've had any offers on the home. And that works out. Yesterday I called 10 people. I was able to speak with 4 and I have 2 leads.
Wow. There you go. So it does work. Very awesome. So you have no hesitation in picking up the phone and calling.
The worst they can say is, I'm not interested and hang up on you. I mean, if you screw up, you hang up and call the next for sale by owners.
The last Ignite class, we had 2 agents that teamed up together and they went door knocking. They hit all the for sale by owners together, so they did it. I've had different people do 2 agents team up in the Ignite class. One will do one side of the street, one will do the other, right? And they just knock on the doors and talk to people. So whatever works best for you, right out of Ignite, you're creating the agent you want to become. So in the event you want to receive these for sale by owners and expireds every morning, I usually have them done by 7 a.m. I can set you up on the list. All you have to do is email myself, and it's sandy@kwlakeside.com.
So isn't all the agents calling the same people every day?
It's really funny you asked that question. So I do it every day, every single day. I try to get it done by 7 a.m. And the funny part is one day I just didn't do it because I wanted to see. I mean, there's 52 people on the list that are getting it out of our 400 agents, right? So I didn't do them one day. Not one person texted me or called and said, hey, I didn't get them today. So I laughed. So how many people are really calling?
Right.
It's hit or miss. So you can take full advantage. It's just a way of getting you lead sources, right, to call people and talk to them.
Now, Now, as far as like Becca said, from calling from Zillow, do you have to, do you screen them on the do not call list first, or?
I mean, their phone number's on Zillow.
If it's on Zillow.
They're gonna have people call them, so I just feel like if their phone number is out there, they're expecting people to call.
Is that allowed?
Drinking my coffee.
I mean, I guess that.
But the way that it is, right, where everybody is, their numbers are there, what are you supposed to do? This here, my for sale by owner and expired list, it scrubs them for the do not call list.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that's
I've
enough.
never had somebody be like, I'm on the do not call list, and if I did, I'd probably just say, oh, I'm so sorry, like, won't call.
There are people that will get calls from Keller Williams people, and then they call the regional office and report that, I'm on the do not call list, and then the regional send us an email, and then we blast it on the Facebook private page at do not call. Lou.
Do we have a list of all those people? 'Cause
Yes, we do.
get emails periodically for that. That was one.
Yeah, we do have a list on all that, so.
Okay.
With this day and age of cell phones and everything else, that's just my opinion, right? What do? Do you call, do not call? See? There you have
Get a
it.
burner cell phone.
Yeah.
I mean, destroy it after you make the
Who
call.
did I call the other, oh, there was a gentleman that I met with this week, and he still has a landline. And it's funny, so then I texted him and said, hey, it was really nice meeting you, and he bounced back, and I'm like, whoa, there's a landline up there still, that's pretty, I mean, people have them, but they're not active, so. If you want that list, let me know, and I would be happy to start sending that to you starting tomorrow morning. Does everybody, I'm just gonna go through a brief, house cleaning. The KWL One Stop, I gave you this password sheet for everybody to keep their passwords on here, so as you're going through Ignite, the different orientations, you have all your passwords and logins, just to make sure. It's huge on there. The spreadsheet. And then, so you want to constantly be feeding your database. So where do you get people to add to your database if you've already added all your contacts in there? The standard rule is that you should have a minimum of 200 people in your database. The more people you have in your database, the more money you're going to have in your bank account. Peggy, how many do you have? You're importing 3,000, is it?
No, well, right now I have more to add, but right now I have 1,100.
Okay, so you have 1,100 people in your database. Have you started calling those people?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're putting notes in command and everything with that?
Yeah, I wrote the note every time I do something. If it's like this card, I already put in there that I'm sending that card.
So have you sent cards to the people you talked to or anything?
Mm-hmm. I sent 10 letters out the other day.
Of people you talked to?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. So you're sending letters.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I would do is follow up with a phone call to make sure they got that letter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to end for the call. Yes, Bill?
In the command, in your database, how much information do you need? Is it a name?
You only
phone
need
number?
just a name is all you really need. But what's that going to do you? You're going to want a phone number. You're going to want an email. You're going to want an address. So those are, when you're lead generating, you can call them people and say, hey, I got your email. I don't have your phone number, or vice versa, or whatever information you're needing. When you're selling a house, you should be adding your clients in there, getting their full address, their husband, wife, birthdates, anniversary, all that, because down the road you're going to be able to use that through command, through the design. Get as much information as you have. You're with them, right? Buyers and sellers.
So Sandy, I'm at an open house, and of course, people are coming in and get their information, and then the next day send them. That would be a good thing.
That's what Carla does, yep.
Yeah.
No cards, whatever, but you could also add them into command and put open house. You can tag them open house people, right? You can add a tag as open house. So each person, so they may not be your past clients, they may not be clients you're working with now, but they're going to be open house. So in 30 days, you can call them again and say, hey, you were in my open house in December. Have you bought yet?
Because I'm noticing that I'm just super disorganized, and that's what I need to do is
Right.
my database, have them all in one place. I mean, I've had them like with the Donna team. I'll send them to Katrina, and she'll put it in her thing that she reminds us. But I think if I created my own database, that would be better.
Right, it works.
It works to have it.
And you never remove somebody from your database, so you're not going to want to put them as a past client. You're going to keep them as an open house. Just like Sean and I were in Romeo yesterday, and how long have I been working with this guy? Was it like August of 17? He's thinking of getting his real estate license, so I texted him yesterday, wished him a happy 2020. He says, this is the year I'm going to get my license. So you never remove anybody. You constantly drip. So if you have them in command, it's going to be set up to take care of it for you. And you can write little notes in there, just like, People are doing. Becca, do you have your people in command? No. Ooh. So really, people, the most important thing you should take from here is get your people into command. It's easy. We have that class tomorrow, right, that we're going to go into how to do that. Scott Leroy has it right on there. Watch that video and import your people in there. You don't even have to import them. Scott Leroy will just get them on the spreadsheet. So Bill, you have a lot of contacts, right? Get them on that spreadsheet because you want to get them into Keller Williams, then into command, and you can start.
I'm sorry. When you say spreadsheet, are you talking about hand or on the spreadsheet that you emailed me?
On the spreadsheet that I emailed you, you're going to type all the people in there.
Okay.
And if you can export them from your phone, you can actually just copy and paste them. That's what Peggy did on hers, right? We copied and pasted onto the command spreadsheet.
Okay.
And then that way, Scott Leroy will import them, or you can try it yourself, whatever works for you.
Now, if I do, 50 out of 600, do I start there and then?
You can do that if you want. You can do
I'm
whatever.
having a hard time importing them, so it's becoming a little tedious process.
If you time block every day and spend a half hour on it, just get them in there, you'll be amazed at how it does it.
Well, that's why I'm asking if I just have some, can I give some to him and then give some?
The other really unique thing is like Val, if you have a bunch of people in there, or Carla, and they're all over the place, they're for sale by owners, they're open house, they're whatever, and you haven't broken it down and tagged them, you can go in there and you can mass tag all of them and put clean. You can do a tag that says cleanup or whatever, and every day go in and sort the filter by cleanup and delete or do 10 of them at a day. Because it's overwhelming when you're adding your database into command. Clean it up. Somebody said yesterday, one of the agents at Romeo, he has 200 people in his database. He went through it because he was mailing calendars. He's been in the business a long time. He sends calendars, and each calendar was like $2.50. So what he did is he cleaned his database. He scrubbed it. He went through each and every single one of them. He then went on to see if they've moved. And if they've moved, he totally wiped them out, right? So clean it up and just get it there so you're ready to roll. That's the most important thing. We're going to go into Brussers next. Does everybody know what Brussers is? Brussers is a crisscross directory. It used to be a big blue book, and it was printed by streets. And you could go on there, you could open the book, and you could pull up your street on Rosenbush. It would have every homeowner and their landline. That's back in the day when I started. Lou's laughing.
You're dating.
I know. So Mr. Bresser himself would walk into our office and deliver these blue books that we paid for. So when I started, there was an older gentleman 30 years ago that he was in his 70s, and he would take this book, and he would just open it up, and he would start calling. And he wouldn't hang up with the people until he found out how he knew them, or they're related to some. And I'm sitting there as a 19-year-old going, this guy's crazy. So is your brother's, nephew's, uncle's, sister's Stella? And I'd be like, what is he doing? But that's how he lead generated. So Brussers is always huge in auto sales and in real estate. So they have this book. So now it's online, and you all have access to it. And so it's kind of cool. So when you're telling me you don't know who you want to call, you will go to the KWL One Stop. Everybody's familiar with this, 15 minutes a day, right? I couldn't find it this morning. This is what I texted Dale because it was not right there. Right, Al? So if you go under marketing and prospecting, and right here is, he doesn't have the right logo on there, so it threw me off, but this is Brussers right in the middle. It says underneath Macomb, Oakland, and St. Clair County phone number search. So you click on it, it will take you right to the site. Here's our username and password. You click on Call Information. And you're going to go to Customer Login. And we're actually going to get Jared Bresser out here to teach a class as well, just so you can do it, because you can search everywhere and anywhere. These are his nephews, I believe it is. It's not the Jerry Bresser, but it is. Is he still alive?
He was old when I was using what?
So the username, so if you want to write this down so you have it, but it is on there, KW Lakeside. And then the password would be, Buckle Up KWL 2019. Buckle Up.
The new words are capitalized.
KWL 2019. And you have to remember to click this I agree button.
Is it Buckle Up one?
Buckle Up 20, it's right on this button.
Oh, okay.
Currently all the users. So only 2 people can be logged in at a time. Great.
It's right.
Don't try to get in it, because now I'm not gonna get in it. Only two people.
Oh, it's right there.
All right, so we can't get in it right now because two people are in it. So,
And you have to be sure to check out.
yes, are you in it?
I'm not.
Are you in it, Lou?
I just want to be where you are.
I'm in it, I'll get out of it.
Yeah, could you? Because then I might be able to get in all these copies. What do you need, Lou? So the brushers, there's only two people allowed in it at a time. Why are you shaking your head? Why are you saying that? Do you have it?
No, because that's not very many that can get in that same time.
There's not that many people that ever go in it. I never have had this. So what happens is you can go in. What do you laugh at? Okay, you got out of it, Fred?
Yep.
Let's see if I can get in it now.
Where's the password? You keep saying the password is somewhere?
Right up here. Right above it before you sign in. It has the username and
Oh,
password
okay,
right above
okay.
that.
Nobody else is in here, right, guys?
Somebody said
Oh, let me go. I'm just
You're in.
Oh.
no, no, not yet. Yeah, I'm just on that.
Well, while Sandy's doing that, I texted one of my clients earlier to say that, hey, I'm taking this class right now, I need to do this or whatever, blah, blah, blah. She goes, hi, Lou, wow, I can't think of anybody at the moment. If I come up with any contacts, I'll definitely let you know. I'm looking to invest in a place in Traverse City, but I don't think that you can help me with that. And I go, oh, come through, Mountain Prayer. Yes, I can. I can get you set up with a referral realtor up there. And she goes, perfect, thanks, I'll get in touch with you.
Nice.
It is easy when you guys do it.
Shooting daggers out of those.
So here's the point. We're not going to be able to get in right now. Maybe in 5 minutes we will. So Brusters, you can go in there and you can put in your home address. And then you can do search street. And you can actually pull up everybody on your street, all your neighbors, with their name, phone number, landline, cell number, and email. Okay? It is very creepy. Are they accurate? Not always. However, you can also do it too. So if you're doing an open house, for example, you can put in the address and do a 2-mile radius of that area and export them out. So why am I sharing that with you? You use it in your other business too, don't you? So what you're doing is you can actually export that out in the spreadsheet and import it into command and call it 123 ABC Street. Those are more contacts in there, right? For you to call. You can drip on them. You have emails in there. Use it. Take full advantage of that. Jerry Bresser and I have been playing phone tag, so he will be out here to do a class on it. When you see that class, take it, because that is really important. You can find all different ways. You can search by phone numbers. You can search apartment buildings. We have it for Macomb, Oakland, and St. Clair County. I've never gotten this error, maybe once or twice since I've been here. So what agents do is you go in, if you're looking who you're going to prospect tomorrow, go in, pull the information in the spreadsheet, and you have it. Save it on your computer and you're good to go, or print it. Has anybody used Brusters? Peggy, tell me about what you use Brusters. Do you get a lot of?
Yeah, like if I know where, like if I want to find out where somebody lives, look it up, and then just like because I do a lot of everyday direct mail, so I use it a lot for that, just to send a postcard or find a street I want to work on, and then I send it through everyday direct mail, but I'll use it a lot just for research.
It's pretty good, Greg.
Now, back in the day, used the books to do farm in the neighborhood, but I've used.
What's a farm? Tell us what a farm is. No, seriously, does everybody know what a farm is?
Yeah. So a farm is where you pick a neighborhood that you would like to focus on in real estate, and you contact those people to see if they're interested in selling, and you could do newsletters to them, but you're going to be the expert for that neighborhood, and you just drip on them, and the Brusser is an excellent guide for doing it. And command now.
Right.
We didn't have command.
Right, but have you exported anybody from the Brusters and put them into command? Have you done that?
I have not.
So that's a great idea, because they will always be in there. It doesn't mean you're going to contact them all the time, but who knows if you don't get a listing again, 6 months later, then you have that already in there.
That's my follow-up for tomorrow, Sandy.
See, there you go. I'm going to make sure you do it too. I'm holding you to it.
You just create a custom tag then in command for
Yes.
the street?
Mm-hmm. You can call it whatever you want, farm, whatnot. So you want to build your database. So when you're talking about a farm, thank you for bringing that up. I went to one of my mom's friend's condos. She lives in Sterling Heights, and on the refrigerator is a magnet of somebody I used to work with at my other company. I go, what do you got her up there for? She goes, she farms this whole condo complex. And when anybody's thinking of selling, they call her. She sells every condo out of there because she markets to them. She goes to the board meetings. She does all the different things. She's on there, and these magnets are on there. So I'm like, dang. So I just went to somebody else's house. Her magnet was on their refrigerator. I took it down. But seriously, they have a farm, and they do that. We have an agent who owns a party store in Warren at 13 and Shaner. And so he was having issues like, how do I market to the people? So he set up a farm for the area around his party store because they've owned this party store for 100 years, right? So there it is. He markets to them, and that's his farm area. He works it every day and talks to it. So when they're thinking of buying or selling, they'll call him. And then you walk into in his party store, and he's got a cutout of him, sitting right there with the souls on. Whoa! Anyway, Lou, what were you going to say about farming?
Ooh, a lot of people don't do that anymore.
And they should, right?
It's a lot of work. You have to cultivate it. You have to maintain it. You gotta be in touch with those people on a regular basis. It could take a couple of years before you get any business out of it. But once you get it going, before you know it, 5 years down the road, you can pull 10, 15 listings a year out of your farm.
Yeah, but they also have services you can purchase too for different
Well,
areas
it
as well.
can get expensive.
It can get expensive
Oh, yeah.
with these different services that say, hey, you want this area, it's open now, but that doesn't mean that there's another service that another agent has another service farming in the same area. I mean, but it's the same thing with anything, right? You could be farming.
Right, but who says you're not going to be the person that they call?
Yeah, that's right. But I'm just
it's
saying,
everywhere. There's enough real estate.
I think it's called Next Door or there's something.
Next Door, yeah, that's an app as well. So if you have the Next Door, Chris, do you guys have farm areas?
We had one. I don't know if we still have one. I think we had one. I don't think we have one.
Yeah, I think that's, but maybe your own neighborhood, right? You have your neighborhood. There's different events that we've created. One agent has a house on Harson's Island, and there's 2 agents that are well known on Harson's Island. Like they own the island. You're on the island too. So one of our agents said to me, what can we do, Sandy? So we sat around and we masterminded, and she decided to do a shred-it day on the island. So she got the shredded truck, she got the marquee that was on the ferry going across all the time. Her husband and I set up all these flags around the park that they have there, and people were able to shred their documents. So her husband went and got warm donuts from the party store on the island and cider and all this stuff for sitting up there. And so it's not my gig, so I just sat in a chair because it's her business. So at one point she had 15 cars in line. And she came around to her husband and I, she goes, get out here and start talking to these people, so she does it every year consistently. And she's gotten a few listings, good listings on the island this year. And then she hands out jar openers and different things. Then you guys have a parade on the island. So she has a golf cart. She has her grandkids dress up with Keller Williams Lakeside. There's all different ways to farm an area, do your neighborhood. Be creative. People love creativity.
I think she also got a phone call from another agent that was farming it and told her that was her neighborhood.
Yeah, threatened her, yes, but we took care of that. It was great.
She's got a restraining order against her.
Against her husband, but yeah.
Sandy, did you say that this way you can export, like you pull street addressers, you just export all those addresses right into?
You export it and then you have to import it in, but yes. I can show you that. When Jerry Bresser comes here, he'll also show you how to export them. You can do that in the spreadsheet, but you can also, it's really neat because you can do pie shapes, right? If you just want to do a couple streets, you can do the 2-mile radius, you can just do that subdivision, whatever works best for you. So take advantage of that, Bresser. Does anyone else use it?
I do.
You use it?
I use it for open house invitations and just sold and listed.
So open house invitations,
So
what's
if
that?
I'm holding an open house, I let them know I'm going to be there. Bring your friends and neighbors through. If you want to be the nosy neighbor and come check it out, I'm there. 12 to 3.
Good deal. So do you call them?
Whatever I can get on it. Sometimes it's not accurate enough, but whatever I can get from it, I use it.
Great. So that's good. So how do you feed your database? Daily. So when you're out and about on an average day, Greg, you're going to the dry cleaners, you're going out to lunch, you're going here, you're going to a concert. Do you feed your database? Do you talk to people?
Absolutely.
Good answer. What they say, do you talk to people everywhere you go?
Pretty much.
I'm pretty sure you do. What I was taught back in the day is you have 5 business cards in your pocket and you don't go home until you pass those 5 business cards out to different people. Always pass out your business cards, always talk about it. Don't walk in the room and say, I'm Sandy and I sell real estate, because they're going to be like, back off. Build those relationships with people. The guy at Dunkin' Donut Coffee, I go there every morning, and you know, in between the holidays, I did. So I come yesterday, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, where have you been?" And I'm like, "Whoa, this is too early in the morning, right?" But he goes, "Honey, I've missed you," and I go, "I've missed you too." I'm like, so you just constantly are building relationships with people. So
if you act like you're out of cards, I have a picture of a card on my phone, and I just ask them for their cell number, and I text it to them, and then I have a number for them.
right, and you know the new mobile app is going to be coming out. So I always used to share my mobile app, and that's how I got a lot of contacts off of that. Let me just, yeah. So when's that coming out? Al, when's the new mobile app coming out?
Last year.
This year?
Last year.
Last year, yeah. It's almost there. So watch. I just want to show you this video that they have on this mobile app. It's pretty cool.
Got it.
We need a pool. Let's start with the budget. Don't we want to live close to
My parents.
my parents? We'll pick this up later. Nice.
Offer accepted leave. That's pretty sweet, isn't it?
Now, how about that pool?
Pretty sweet, isn't it? I cannot wait. So for those of you that, I don't think any of the newer agents, do you guys have the old mobile app? Did you download the mobile app on there?
Yes.
That I share with a lot of people as well. So that's what I will do. When I'm in a store or wherever I'm at in front of people, I open up that app and I say, do you mind if I share my
In this video,
mobile
I
app?
will give you a quick overview of the KW mobile app and some of the recent updates here. Now you'll notice first thing is that there's a link for Keller Mortgage. I am part of the Keller Mortgage Labs. You will see an open house.
Always gotta talk. So with that, I will share that mobile app, and then when you hand them the phone and ask them just for their phone number, they will type in their phone number. Who hands you a $1,000 phone and says, "What's your mobile app? I don't want your blood type. I don't want anything else. I just have that." And then I keep that in my phone. It's a phone number. It's simply a phone number. So I have always used that, and it's always worked for me. I'm not sure if the actual houses on there are up to date anymore. I know there was issues. One day I got an email, and they wanted to look at a house, and I probably have shared this with a few of you or all of you. And I don't sell real estate, so I gave it to an agent sitting in the cafe. She went and showed, sold, and closed a $330,000 cash buyer from my app. I said, "Can I just meet this guy? I want to look at him. I just want to see if I knew him." I never saw the guy a day in my life. So what happened is I shared it with Carla. She went and shared it with somebody, and so on and so forth. So this agent made $9,900 off of my app. So it does work. It's the only success story I can personally say, but I share it with everybody. It's a way to do it. Somebody came up to me, you know, they all asked the other day, and my son has his license, it's in holding, and they came up to us and they said, "Oh, you two are still in real estate, aren't you?" And I'm thinking, please say that you are, you know, because it's in holding. He goes, "Yes, I am." "Well, we're ready to sell this spring." I'm like, "Woo, this is great." I go, work it, right? So it's, you always have to be out there talking and seeing that and posting. So when you're posting on social media, post that you're doing family things. Carly, you do a great job, right? Did you say your kids all home for the holiday? Post your family, post business, post that. Ask questions. They love to hear questions on real estate. You were doing a lot of that before, weren't you? Posting on Facebook?
Oh, I love posting.
Yeah, so just constantly do that. It'll get you there. So,
Sandy, about the app too, from what I understand, if you've already shared it, it will automatically update when it updates with.
Well, I hope so.
Is that?
I hope so. I can't,
I just wondered
it was
if that
coming
was
out in 2019 as well. Right, so you have that. So with that, is there any questions? So now we're going to go into command. Is everybody comfortable with logging into the command and seeing how to add a contact? Do I need to go over that? You want me to go over that? Okay, so you're going to go to KWL One Stop. So if you're just going to add one person into your database, you're going to go to, I'm going to do it from back here, command, right, you log in, everybody knows their login. So on here, over to your left, you see the two people there on the left, that's contacts, you'll click that. And then you're going to, so this is everybody that I have in my database. And as you see, you'll see the colored tags over there. I have leadership. So Al LaFord is the first one in my database. Al LaFord, last time I contacted him was 10 days ago. His tag is he's on leadership and he's a KWL agent. So you can create your own custom tags as to whatever you want. So if you wanted one of those to be open house, Brusters, farm area, bowling team, friend, family, whatever you want to do, you can create those custom tags. Okay? So now we're going to add an agent. We're going to go in here, we're going to hit add contact, and we're going to add Lou Eiler. Lou, what is your email?
lew@lewer.com.
And your mobile phone?
586-295-4562.
I'll be sure to block it. So underneath there, it says mark as a lead or add to sales pipeline. So you can check whichever one you want, and it'll sort it by that. If you don't want to, just go right past that. And here are tags. So here are the tags that I have created. See, I have a cleanup one. So if I put Lou as a cleanup, and I filter it, then that Lou will show up under that cleanup tag. You can create your own tags, you can make them pretty colors, you can do whatever you want to do. Open house, Brusters, farm area, whatever you want to do. Okay? So I'm going to click, that's all you can click add more information. And then that would add, you can add his email, phone, text, how does he like to be preferred method of contact. Additional phone numbers, his address. Lou, what is your address?
45609 Village Boulevard.
Okay, see, it pulls it right up. I add it in there. And then if I was friends with Lou on Facebook, I don't have my Facebook open, it'll automatically pull them through. So then it would be linked to his Facebook as well. Okay? About. Now about, if I have information on him, his legal name, his birthday, his home anniversary, his spouse's name, the company he works for, the job title, add it in there. If you don't, you can always get it at a later time. Don't get overwhelmed that you have to fill out every field because you don't. Yes, Greg?
You said you had your Facebook open?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have your Facebook open, you can get the URL. So if I go to Lou's page, it'll connect it. So then it'll always be on there. Try refreshing again. Refresh the screen. When Al comes back, we're going to ask him. That should be doing that. Okay, so let's get Al on that. That shouldn't be doing that. Sometimes I have issues like that, but not usually.
Can you show how to create a custom tag?
Yes. So custom tag. So if you go to the tags, you can type in here, let's just say Ignite 2. So you see how it says create custom tag? What color do I want Ignite 2 to be? So I'm going to make it a green and hit add. So now Lou is going to be cleanup and Ignite 2. Did you see all that?
Green for money.
Green for money. They have every color. You can, and then you can also edit these if you want as well. Does that mean Lou can't be a past client and a friend? He can still be under different custom tags. So if I want to sort all my Ignite 2 people, Lou would be in there. And then if I want to do cleanup, Lou would be in that group as well.
What do you mean by cleanup?
Cleanup, that's where I was talking about earlier. So if I just imported everybody from my phone or my old database, threw them all in there like you were talking, they're all over the place. You can sort it so it filters it by cleanup. And so every day in the morning when you're having coffee or whatever, go in and do 10 a day.
In your
And
cleanup?
yes, and eventually they'll all be tagged right and your database will be beautiful. It's very overwhelming to work in a database. I've been trying to do my own and it drives me crazy. It's a lot of time. It's like, who is this person? What is this, right? So in mine, I have recruits, right? And so recruits, I talk to all people thinking of getting their license. Well, again, I talked to somebody from 2017 and he's still getting his license. This is the year. I'm like, oh, guess I can't delete him, right? So that's where you're going to clean it up. Maybe you have duplicates. Maybe that, somebody got divorced, so you're going to want to clean that up. They got married, changed their names. It's all there to clean it up. Make sense? Everybody get on that? Yes? Yeah, just do everybody as a cleanup and then clean up your database. And one day when you go in and you filter it to show all the cleanups, there's not going to be any. It's all cleaned up, which would be the greatest thing ever. All right, so then you would just click create. Oh, Blue's email is already in because he's in here and already reading it for me. Does that make sense? Everybody know how to add people in there? Yes. It's pretty sweet, right? It's pretty easy. The spreadsheet is only to do mass upload. So if you are running around today and you meet somebody at the dry cleaners, just pop them in here, name, phone number, whatever it is, before you forget. Constantly. You can do this from your phone with the Kelly app as well, if you're in a pickle. So, for example, like Frank, you got California and you got Michigan. Break these people down with these tags. Same thing with any group. Peggy, you have the landscaping business. You have this, so you can landscape, real estate. Break it down at however you have it. Right? There's a list. Be very creative with it.
So are all the drip campaigns working?
They do have, so if I wanted to take and set Al Laporta on I click into the client, and it's called a smart plan now. So the smart plans that they have right now, they have birthday, long-term, and monthly newsletters. Okay, so it's not a huge variety, but if I had Al's birthday in here, why not just activate it? So on January 30th, when it is Al's birthday, it will notify him and myself to pick up the phone and call.
So monthly newsletters, what is that?
They have different, is it called monthly news? It's monthly neighborhood nurtures. So it's one touch. So what it'll do, see right here, it'll send an email and then it'll delay it for 28 days and repeat it. It'll keep doing that. So if you set that, you can set it and go. They're going to get something from you, a neighborhood nurture. If you have their address in there, it'll show you what's for sale and pending and closed in their neighborhood.
So do you create that?
No, but I'll automatically do it for you when you put in their address.
No, what I'm saying is the information that they get.
It'll automatically do it for you if you put in their address.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so,
really
so
cool.
is there a way to find out what that information is?
Yep, and it'll also let you know. So yeah, so that's the class that they're going to have tomorrow, and they'll break that down and go through all the neighborhood nurtures. If you go to that Scott Leroy thing that I showed you on this thing and watch it, you will learn so much and be blown away at how that'll work. I'm getting monthly nurtures from agents that, when I was helping set them up, I'm getting those all the time. And it's amazing because it's nothing, but who doesn't want to know what the houses are going for in your neighborhood? I look at it.
Well, my neighborhood, I got 2 or 3 different Keller Williams signs, 2 or 3
That's
different
all right.
groups.
But it doesn't, it's your neighborhood, but I'm saying it can be anybody's address, right? It'll all, and so Frank, even you in California, it'll pull it up in California. Don't be afraid to thinking that just because they're not right here in Macomb, Oakland, Wayne County, that they're not, wanting to know what their houses are going for in their neighborhood.
Yeah, so it's based on their address.
Yep, their address. It'll actually do it right there on, so if you see right here, under L, see it says add neighborhood, and it shows different neighborhoods. So it pulled up their Winter Park, Breckenridge Village, all the different subdivisions, and that's the information it's going to send to him based off of his home address. If I pulled up Lou's and used this address, there's not much there, but put yourself in there, put an address in there, your address, and set yourself up on a nurture today. Do that as homework, and you'll see what your people are going to get. It's really kind of interesting, and every day they're changing things. So the birthday one, it was kind of cool. Somebody got the birthday one for me. So Carla, it may save you from actually sending a birthday card. They have all these designs. So if you go down here to designs, remember I was talking about, let's see, I gotta start wrapping this up. Designs. I can get, so look at all these different designs you can create right within the design center. So when I'm talking about, let's just pull up this one. No one succeeds alone. Let's get a log in. Everything's a password. So check this out. So this is just a marketing piece, right, that you could create. And if you go under here, you can drag this Keller Williams Lakeside. See me just pulling and dragging? My library. I don't know why it's not pulling up now, but usually it has your name and everything else over here. It's really strange. Usually my information shows up. They must be working on something. It would have my name, my phone number, my email. All you gotta do is just click it, say if this is my phone number, drag it to wherever you want it to be, and it's done. Set it and forget it. And if you look up here, and I'm not gonna do this right now, you can actually download it, or you can actually put it into Facebook, Instagram. They don't have Snapchat yet. I'm not going to say that, don't say. But you're able to do that. And so what they're saying is you should be creating these pieces and putting them on Facebook. There's thousands of designs in there. They're not all about buying and selling. They're just about a different result requires doing something different, right? Motivational. Do whatever is on there and post it. It's pretty cool. Command is really a great tool. Take bits and pieces. But I'm telling you, the way I've learned it is putting it on my phone and doing it live on my computer at the same time. Spend time doing that.
So we had everything set up on e-edit. Are we transitioning automatically?
E-edge is still working, so I have an agent that had an admin that she scheduled it forever. I don't know. So New Year's Day, I got an email with his thing. So it's still working. I wouldn't use it. I mean, if it's already set it and forget it. But you're going to want to get people into command.
And
so
just
how
use
do we do that? I'm saying, I have over 1,000 people on.
You need to export them out of there. If you schedule a time with me, I will export them out of there and send them to Scott Leroy and show you.
So use that exclusively, even though there's only like birthday and monthly
I'm here, yes.
newsletter.
But there's all these different designs you can do.
Right.
Create these. Once they're created, they're so easily done.
And just send those out through an email, you're saying?
Through email, Facebook, right?
Right.
Have them saved as JPEGs on your phone, so if somebody calls you and you just get, send it to them, hey, thinking of you, whatever.
Or as far as dripping on the monthly, I think the monthly newsletter would be the best.
Mm-hmm. The nurture, yep.
Okay.
Do that, they're going to keep adding more. You can actually send this up, so if you design one, you could schedule it to go out January 15th. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Is there any questions? Because I know I have to wrap up because the team meeting's going to come. Did you get a lot out of this today?
Oh, yeah.
Was it valuable? Can I get 3 ahas? You guys are really fun.
The monthly nurture.
The monthly nurture. Good. Anybody, come on. What'd you get out of it? Frank.
Command, have the phone open.
Have the phone open. Good job. Anyone else? Come on, Mark.
Hit the FISBOs.
Get the FISBOs. There you go. So if you have questions throughout there, always go on there and look at the Scott Leroy. There's a ton to get out of here. Also, so now what I need you to do, when I do my review with John and Sean and Al and Dave, is you have to go to that KWL One Stop Ignite. You guys know where that is? It's under training, KWL training. Chris, I'm going to be waiting for yours.
Okay, great.
I think you go under my thing here. I don't know where he does it. Al, where is, here's the evaluate the session right under Ignite 2.
Are we supposed to sign in, Sandy?
Probably.
Mine doesn't recognize my email.
It must not be your Keller Williams email that's blocked.
I tried both.
Well, I don't know. You have to do that. So, don't forget tomorrow, because you're going to want to come to the Building Blitz, 2020 Business Building Blitz. It's going to be here and throughout the Market Center, learning how all the different things of command, areas of command. It's from 1 to 4 tomorrow, and it'll be spread throughout the Market Center. All right, so everybody open up their phone and tell me who had the most likes on Facebook. How many did you have? 2? We got 2. Can anybody beat 2? How many do you have? We got 6. He's got 10.
892.
Wow, look at you. Okay, so 10's the record. Okay, Charles, you get to pick. I don't know if you have any in the books yet.
I'm Luke.
Okay, I saw you write it down.
No, this is the one for sure. Door hangers instead. That's a great book to read.
Thank you.
All right, who had 10? Who had 8?
I had 9.
Oh, you had 9? Okay, do you already have this book?
I do.
Do you want door hangers?
Sure.
Or you want pens? Sorry.
I have 4 2 shares.
That's good.
Door hangers are good. Thank you.
Those are really good door hangers too. So go hit those for sale by owners. Did you read that yet? There you go.
That's a good book.
It's a great book. Did you read it, Chris?
Not the whole thing.
So everybody pull up this. It's 10:56, so I got you out of here. I don't think I have anything else. Just always remember to keep adding to that database. Keep feeding it. Think of it as a farm, right? You want to feed it. Crops, feed it, and it will grow. It'll nourish, right? For command? For Brussers? No, Brussers is included. It's right on the KWL one stop, so you should be good to go. See if I can get in here now.